there, how you doing? My name is Mac, and welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. This is day one in a brand new world. It looks like we've spawned into a savanna biome. Got this pig around here that is really wanting to be in the shot. What are you doing, buddy? So, the first thing we need to do, honestly, is get some... Dude, come on, really? As I was saying, we're gonna get some sheep, we need to get some wood, and we need to make a bed, because the last thing we want to do is be stuck out here in the middle of the night with no tools, no armor, no weapons, trying to fend off zombies and skeletons. So let's get that done, and let's make sure we're safe and sound for our first night in our brand new world. And there we go. Mission, fun, happy, sleepy place is accomplished. Look at the sun. Look at me. Look at the grass. Look at my bed again. And look at the advancement. And our first night is complete in our new world. Woohoo! So in order to explore this world safely, we're going to need some things. We're going to need some tools made out of iron. We're going to need some armor made out of iron. So let's go over this mountain here and get as much iron as we can, get as much food as we can, and get all prepped up for our journey. So, literally just over the hill was where we had our little base camp, and just over on this side was an entire village. We could have just camped out here. I found this golden hoe in a ruined portal that was right next to the village, so we can use it for about 30 seconds to get some hay. Yep, that's it. Ooh, another village. Not a lot of good stuff here either, but I did grab some decorating items, so I'm excited about that. So I went ahead and climbed up the mountains. I passed through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest, through the sea of swirly, twirly gumdrops. And then I found this place. It's really beautiful. It's a giant oval-shaped bowl way up in the top of the mountains with just amazing scenery. There's trees, there's oak, there's birch, there's jungle, there's spruce, there's everything. I mean, I fell so in love with this place that I decided immediately, this, my friends, is where we are going to start. This is where I'm going to have a starter cave. Done a little bit of exploring already, but let's get this cave set up first, and then we'll take a look around, okay? Have I mentioned how much I love this place? I mean, just take a look around. Like, there are just so many possibilities. Ow. Anyways, as I was saying, like, look at this place. It's so beautiful. Like, you could have a castle up there. And then this goes all the way around down below there. You could have a village. I mean, it's just so nice. So one of the things I want to do is, I mean, look at that. We got spruce, jungle, oak, and birch. It's so great. And I think we're going to take out all the trees down there at the bottom. But that, I haven't looked over on this side of the mountains yet. Maybe we should do that. What do you think? I say let's do it. By the way, wouldn't that make a cool nether portal just right there, buried in the side of the mountain? Oh, look at that. It's an ocean. I think I see kelp in there. We got more jungle. There. Oh my gosh. Yes. That's the last wood we needed. Now we have all the woods for all the builds. That's so cool. On the other side of the ring, there is a savanna, so we have access to acacia. Inside the bowl itself, we have access to oak, spruce, birch, jungle, and we have this whole jungle right here too. So we have all the woods. Woohoo! Still need to find a desert though. So we have a big job ahead of us. We have a lot of trees to cut down. So what do we need? A lot of axes. So we're going to take all of these axes. We are going to spend hours cutting down trees in order to make room for crops, for farms, and for all the things we need to make resources for some of our future builds we have planned. All right, so this is what we're going to do next. We're going to take down all these trees, the oak and the birch. We're going to leave the other stuff for now, but we just want to open up the floor and see what we have to work with. All right, so I've got food. I've got axes. It's time for time lapses. Let's get it.
So many things to choose from. Go ahead and pick your poison. So many things to choose from. Go ahead and pick your poison. Did I say you could stop? Did I say you could stop? Did I say you could stop dancing? Did I say you could stop dancing?
Oh, doggy. That was a lot of chopping, let me tell you. Chopping for hours. I did take some breaks in between and I did some exploring, which I'll get to in a little bit. Man, look at this. It looks really good. You can see spots that need to be filled in and leveled out, and but generally it looks really good, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've already got some ideas for some buildings that I'm going to put down here. I have like a storage area in mind. I have a honey farm in mind. But check this out. I am not going to have to worry about oak or birch for a long time. Also, I got lots of sticks. I got lots of saplings. I got lots of apples. And I made a doggy friend, didn't I? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, so I mentioned that I had taken some breaks in between cutting trees down. This is some of the things I found. One thing was the skeleton spawner. I basically just punched in and then waited for these idiots to kill themselves. And I jumped down and grabbed some mossy cobblestone, which I could really use on some builds for later. I also bred up a lot of cows for leather so we could make some books. I also planted some sugar cane so we could get some paper. That way we can get some bookshelves going. This guy, I told him all about my base and asked him if he wanted to come check it out, and he said, yeah. Here's a few other little adventures I went on in between my tree chopping. So my book game has been leveling up pretty good. I'm starting to get a lot of good books. I've got things like Infinity, I've got Efficiency, I've got Fortune now. It's crazy. One book that is conspicuously absent is a mending book. I do not have a mending villager, and it's starting to become a problem because now that I've got a few diamond tools, I need to be able to save those tools and heal them back up so I can keep using them, right? So I decided I'm going to work on one villager, re-rolling their trade over and over and over again until I finally get a mending villager, no matter how long it takes. I did not know what I was in for. Let's sit in awkward silence and see just how many times I had to re-roll this villager in order to get a mending trade. Yeah. We have a mending book. Oh my gosh. So my armor game is getting there very slowly, but we're making progress. And now we have a mending book, so that's awesome. I was able to put some on my shoes along with some blast protection to protect myself from them creepers. Since there's a ruined portal at my village, I decided to fix that portal and build a tunnel from my base portal to that one. And while I was doing it, I found this. Look at this. We're up at Y level 60, and I found my first piece of ancient debris. I'll take it. My nether spawn is in a warped forest, these blue trees over here, and just one biome over, I happened to find a nether fortress. So I ventured into the nether fortress, hoping to find these guys, some blaze rods, as well as some nether wart down below. Ah! Stupid guy. Stay away from me. I hate this place. Finally, nether wart. Ugh, the sounds in here, man. There's monsters around every corner snorting and screaming and making weird noises. Ooh, who's a hot tourist? Destinations. Get wrecked. So I found a desert and promptly broke my shovel. Thankfully I had a spare. I was able to get some sand, some sandstone, some red sand, even some terracotta, which was great because those are all things I need for my starter build. So we're back at the base. We are almost ready to begin work on our starter build. I'm so excited. First, let me take care of this quartz and then we'll get going. So I was looking through my materials list for my starter house build and realized I was only missing one thing, and that was some spruce. So I grabbed and grew up some big spruce trees and got to chopping. This is so much nicer than those iron axes from earlier in the episode. Oh man, I got so excited to get working on my starter base that I started clearing the land and forgot to do my intro to my starter build. So this is the intro to my starter build. Ignore the fact that everything is all cleared out and there's supplies behind me. And yeah, so let's get going. Problems were had, mistakes were made. If I could do it over again, I would do it different. But here we are with a completed build. Between the first time lapse at the beginning of the episode and now, about a week has gone by. During that week, I worked on leveling up my villagers, getting some diamonds, getting an enchanting setup so I could get some good armor by the end of episode 1. Which I did, but another thing I did was I upgraded my Minecraft from 1.18.1 to 1.18.2 and had nothing but problems. Some of the software that I use in order to do those flybys and to do the time-lapse and stuff, they weren't quite ready to go yet, and I'd already upgraded to the new Minecraft version. And so when I was doing the time-lapse, I kept running into nothing but problems. My game would crash, it wouldn't record, it wouldn't stop recording. There was all these problems. So I just went ahead and shut it off and finished up the build. So I couldn't even do a cool flyby so you could see what the whole thing looks like on all sides. Instead, you get this view from on top of the scaffolding, but to be quite honest, it actually looks pretty good. And in general, I am really happy with the way this build turned out. I mean, just look at it. It's so cool. I think it is anyways. I really like the gradient. So you see like at the top, it's a lot lighter with the diorite and the calcite, and then it goes down to the birch and the sandstone, and then it gradients down into the oak, which is really cool. And then at the bottom, you have the deep slate for like the foundation, the stone foundation of the building. All in all, it looks really great, and everything except for the sand, which was quite a ways away. Everything is sort of locally sourced. You can see the calcite on the top is obviously from the giant band of calcite buried in the mountain right behind it. So that's neat. And the deep slate from mining down below, and then the oak and the birch from the huge deforestation time lapse we did. We get all those logs. So everything just looks super great. And I love the roof and the two-tone copper and just the general roof line in general. So I'm super happy with the build and sort of the style. I don't know what style you would call this. If anybody has any ideas, let me know in the comments. But I really like this build. I'm going to stick to a similar style for some of the other buildings and farms and stuff that we build up here in this giant bowl up here in the top of the mountains. And that's about it for this episode. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button. Also, maybe consider subscribing. You can always unsubscribe later if you want. I hope you don't. If you want to be notified when the next episode's out, which should be out in about 5 days, hit the little dingy bell. You dingy bell. And it'll let you know when the next episode drops. So once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day and a great week, and you keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next episode.